just watched John Wick 2 today.
Good, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was better than the first one.
It was totally better than the first one.
Dude, I love the John Wick series. You hear they're making a TV show
Oh, really?
called The Continental?
Okay.
And he's already signed on, or I guess he's not signed on, he's rumored to have signed on to be himself, but John Wick isn't the main character.
Okay.
It's about the Continentals.
So he's going to be cameoing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about the Continentals and different assassins in different parts of the world, but he will play himself when he's involved in the story.
That's so cool.
And then John Wick 3 will be the last in the trilogy.
Is the Continental the hotel?
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to this week's edition. Is that what I usually say? This episode.
Yeah.
This week's episode.
This week's episode. Okay. It's been a little while. Hello, and welcome. Now, what is the...
It's fucking 9 to 5 nerds, y'all. Here we are.
Okay, we're going to go with that. With Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel.
Hey.
Urkel. Our number one favorite guest, Travis Angeles.
Well, hi.
And our least favorite guest, Brian Pastifume.
I'm back, unfortunately.
You're really not the least favorite.
Yeah.
That's Lacey.
It's always
Anyways, this is going to be a rather quick one because we are doing a... Wow, this is really spiking. We are going to do a cornhole tournament with a bunch of people, so we have to run this one kind of quick, but I wanted to do a little Father's Day episode.
Aww.
Since Father's Day is tomorrow, which you'll probably not hear this for 2 weeks since I'm behind in editing.
People are going to be freaked out. Wait, tomorrow?
Yeah. I forgot to get my dad a gift. But yeah, I figured we'd do a Father's Day episode. Corey doesn't have children. Brian doesn't have children. This is Travis's first Father's
my
Day.
first Father's Day.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you. All I asked for was to do absolutely nothing.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's nice.
We'll see if that actually happens. You know, because women have a more grandiose idea of like what they want. Like, I want to do something so special for you for Father's Day, and I'm like, how about a blowjob and like a sleep in and like a nap? Those are all great things that require zero money, and I'm happy with all of them.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Any specific order or just...
You can throw that blowjob in any morning, noon, or night. It's all good as long as it's just before the nap, not during the nap. I don't like to be raped.
I'm okay with that. Or a blowjob while being fed. Like, is that possible?
It's distracting.
At least while eating.
Like, I'm eating a Sunday. No?
Like, this voodoo donut is really good. You'll have some later.
But no, I figured we could talk a little bit about fathers through what? Do you just always look like an asshole?
I'm just listening.
I figured we could talk about who we thought are good fathers in movies, video games, whatever stuff that's related to the podcast. Like obviously a bad dad would be Chevy Chase in the Vacation series. I mean, just the different things like that. And we could talk about some other stuff too because E3 had the Spider-Man trailer.
Oh.
Did you watch the gameplay for that?
I did.
9-minute trailer for the new Spider-Man game that looks really good.
Is that your biggest takeaway from...
What, from
E3?
I don't care about a ton of stuff. Bethesda didn't announce very much. I don't play Evil Within, and if I had VR, I'd probably play Fallout 4 through again, but I don't know if I'm going to buy VR just for Fallout 4, although that'd be pretty cool. You can come in.
Come on.
But you got to sit down and be quiet.
No, you want me to leave you, yeah.
No, yeah, you can come in.
Leslie's here, too.
You guys can both come in if you want to sit down and be quiet.
It's hot.
It's very hot.
I know. I just had a shower for a minute at least. What's up, guys?
People coming for our cornhole tournament that we're playing. But I figured we could talk about different dads. Like, for me, dads from different things pop in my head, like Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Good husband, maybe not the best dad. But with it being Father's Day, I figured we could just bounce around and see what you guys thought. And I didn't prepare you guys for this.
No, that's great.
Which I should have.
I do have a counter argument because you said Chevy Chase might be a bad dad from Vacations, but his heart is always in the right place while he is stupid.
His execution is
his
not
execution is
there.
not
Okay.
there, but like his heart is totally in the right place. I love Red from that '70s show.
Yeah.
Dumbass, hard life lessons taught
Yeah.
to you without any kind of pussification of it all.
Yeah.
No.
And he was a hard ass, but he cared.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I mean, good dad.
Would never admit that he cared though.
Yeah.
But you knew that he did.
But I guess, as a kid, it's kind of hard to not hear your dad, say that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Brian, this is coming from, like, Brian and I, you guys both had your dads around.
Mm-hmm.
Brian and I didn't have dads. I didn't start talking to my dad till I was 25.
Mm-hmm.
and I still don't.
and he still doesn't.
I
So
still don't either. Sorry.
it's okay.
Chime in.
So I don't have. I was trying to think of someone that I don't know that I remember, and I'm not looking up to anything on this, but I fucking love Al Bundy, man.
I was
That
gonna
was
say the same
one of
thing.
my favorite shows, and I could rewatch that show all 11
We're
seasons.
on the same boat. Robert is not. He's not a fan.
I'm not a big Married with Children fan.
Do you like Ed O'Neill? Or
Yeah,
you
I
just
like
think
Ed
different?
O'Neill. I like Ed O'Neill.
Do you watch Modern Family?
I do not.
Okay.
Me neither.
Different character, but
The best Bundy episodes one, like 90% of them end on like a sour note, like some character got screwed over. But usually, like the ones that end like on a happy note, like the whole family like beats some other family up,
yeah, like at the park with the hot dog.
or in traffic, just on like Memorial Weekend, and just beat up another family. It's just so funny.
Yeah, it's I love that show, and I love him as a character. I agree with Tank Hill. I was really bummed they took that show off Netflix because
They just took Scrubs off of Netflix as well, and I was pissed because I was in the middle of rewatching it again.
oh
For
I
the
love
fourth time.
Scrubs. Well, I put stuff on in the background that I don't care about, and I'll play with the kids, or I'll fall asleep on the couch, or whatever, something, because I don't want to start watching something.
just like a true dad.
Yeah, fall asleep on the couch. That happens a lot. Although I haven't been as tired lately, so that's kind of nice.
For some reason, I thought of Kevin McAllister's dad too from Home Alone. I don't know why.
As being a good dad.
Those are just a shitty.
Just a
group of
dad.
people.
I don't know why. I just
Have you
it's
ever
the first thing that
noticed,
popped in my
like,
head.
this last Christmas season, since we're on the Kevin McAllister trip here, this last season, I watched Home Alone 1 and 2, and I just took inventory of their fucking entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Every year they go on a trip, and it's Paris or Miami.
You asking yourself what his dad does for a living?
What they do, because he's wearing Burberry through the airport. I mean, they have like this huge house, which I looked up goes for like $8 million.
sold recently,
Yeah, it's stupid. And I'm like,
And the dad pays for like his family.
the relatives. What do they do?
I don't know.
Somebody needs to close that little nerd hole for me so I know exactly what the hell that fucking dad
What would you
does.
assume he does?
He's a doctor.
I'm assuming he's either like a doctor or like some kind of a stockbroker, kind of money manager person. He just has that profile to him.
When we went to James and Shara's wedding, which is in Temecula, and it's the fucking nicest wedding I've ever been to. Her dad paid for everything, and I put my card down for incidentals. He paid for my room before I got back to the hotel to pay for it the next morning. It was $250 a night.
That's
so I mean, it's not
awesome.
like it was a cheap room, but
No.
like her dad is an architect in Chicago. So,
All right.
yeah, it makes a lot of money. Super nice guy too. That's not.
So that's my
Podcast.
answer. Architect.
Yeah.
That just when I thought about the subject of Father's Day, you haven't played this game and you should, because it's on probably all three of our lists of probably top 5 to 10 games ever. It may not be her dad, but Last of Us. That's a fatherly relationship where you haven't played it. Man, you need to play it. It's
I
such
need
a
a
good
place.
game.
I need some kind of a gaming console. I don't have one yet.
You don't have anything?
No, I spent all my money on stupid stuff like gear and TENS units for CrossFit and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh God.
Do you like your tens unit?
I do. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey, you had a dad growing up.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Tear.
Yeah. Any dads come
Are
to
you just
mind?
trying to make yourself cry?
Yeah. No. I have a really good relationship with my dad now. And I had my grandpa. I moved in with my grandparents when I was 10. So, I mean,
I'm completely indifferent.
you don't realize how much it means. Brian may want to deny it, but having a father in your life, it's important.
I agree. Oh yeah.
It's stuff you miss out on.
But it's not. I mean, I don't know the difference.
So I talk to my dad almost every day now, just through text and stuff. He's retired now. He retired out of the Border Patrol. On Monday, he has an interview to drive the ferry at Disney World.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he just wants a part-time job, so he's interviewing to drive the fucking ferry.
That's awesome.
I guess.
What a fairy.
He umpires baseball games too at Disney World at ESPN Fields or whatever.
So cool.
Yeah.
I think I would love to, like, part of me wants to be like, I want to drive the ship to Tom Sawyer's Island at Disneyland all the time,
Yeah.
But then does it just become work and you
Yeah.
fucking hate Tom Sawyer's Island?
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I'm saying. Part of it's going to lose the magic. He's like, that's why I don't want to work inside the park, because
Yeah.
the ferry goes from the parking lot to the front of the park.
Gotcha.
That and the monorail there is the only way you can get to Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
So They just opened Avatar Land there too, and he went on all the rides. He said it's awesome.
Nice.
Corey, dads.
It's still like 4 years till the first movie comes out.
Yeah, they're fucking not making those.
What was the release? It was released like the last one's gonna be like 2027 or something, isn't it?
I think they released the next one's 2019 or 2020 now. It was supposed to be 2018.
But number 4, like they had a release.
Oh, it's like 2025 or something.
Yeah, it's like
Are they
fuck
filming
that.
all of them back to
Did you
back?
guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys
Well,
like Avatar?
I did. I saw it like 4 times. I thought the technology at the time was
Yeah.
it. I think Avatar revitalized the whole 3D movie watching
for sure.
experience. And sitting there in the movie theater and going like, look at all these crazy glowy things that are so apparent to me. Avatar did that, but he has been waiting a million goddamn years for him to come up with a second story.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can edit all this stuff out. Do you watch Fear the Walking Dead?
I stopped halfway through the second season.
They just killed off the main character.
Is that the Indian dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
What is
Mallory.
No, yeah.
Yeah, they killed him off, and he's going to be in the next 4 Avatar movies.
Okay.
So, that's what Corey dads.
it? Okay.
Any good video game dads or?
To the good ones?
You can say good or bad.
Oh, well, okay.
There's more bad ones than good ones because they portray dads as just bumbling idiots all the time.
Yep.
I think I have one that you won't know though, or Travis. Heavy Rain.
I only played it for an hour or 2.
Okay. A quarter of that game, you play as the dad whose kid gets kidnapped, and you have to go undergo like trials. To
Only
save
a
him.
quarter of the game is played as him?
Well, there are 4
there's-
characters.
yeah,
Let's
there's
just
4
say a third
characters.
of it.
Okay.
But between the 4 characters, he gets, I think, probably the most time. Probably, although it may be close. If he-
I didn't play the whole thing.
oh, did you not?
No.
Oh, because you have to undergo like 4 trials to save your son, and you can actually like get your guy killed, I think, and your son will die, and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, I knew that it was pretty intricate.
Yeah, but like if you do it the correct way, the shit you have to go through, you have to. It's basically like a saw. You go into a room through a hidden clue, and it's like, okay, here are all the instruments in your room. You have 1 minute to cut off your finger. Go, and so in the game you
You
can.
still haven't done an escape room yet, have you?
No, I want to though.
So fucking fun.
So great.
I just saw one open up in like Temecula and
They're
kind
all
of
over
janky,
the place
but,
now.
yeah, I'm like, okay.
What was it called? Do you know?
No, I don't. But it was like in the middle of a business park with like a State Farm right above it. Kind of
That's
like,
what the one we went to is
Okay.
awesome. Yeah.
I don't know what I was talking.
cutting your
Heavy
finger
rain,
off.
cutting your finger.
Oh, so it's like if you play the right way, that dad goes through some shit. Like I don't know if you drive backwards the wrong way in the freeway for a full minute is what one exercise was. Basically, things that's going to get you killed, you have to do. I don't know how far people would go, but most dads,
I'll play it at some point.
yeah. But I was like, that dad did a good job. You know, that would have been his second child that he lost in the beginning of the game. You lose one,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, video game dad.
One of the changes in God of War, the new one, is that he's a father. So that'll be
Yeah.
the dynamic between Kratos and his son. I don't remember his son's name.
Well,
I think
it's not
it's
a goddamn
Atreus or
whole
something.
escort mission.
It doesn't look like it. Some of the gameplay, Atreus wasn't getting hurt. He was contributing. I think that's his name. Don't quote me on that. But
Atreyu.
go ahead.
Did you anybody ever seen Parenthood with Steve Martin?
Yes.
That's a
No.
good dad.
Yeah.
Dude, he took care of business. He tried.
Are you
I
just
mean,
Googling it now?
Yeah, I am. But that I'm surprised it didn't pop in my head because that's a really good family dynamic in that movie.
You know the little son that's hiding porn in the bag?
Uh-huh.
Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
What? There's a kid and he's like really secretive in the whole movie and they think something's wrong with him and it's that he was watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically thought something was wrong with him, didn't he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they had to tell him that it was, Keanu Reeves is in the movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Race car driver, which was weird.
Yeah. What about here's a good one. Nicolas Cage in Kick-Ass.
Yes.
That's not a good dad.
In his own mind, he is.
Remember in the trailer, he just shoots her? Well, I mean, in the movie, too.
Like
It is-
that-
He's preparing her for the real world.
Oh, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good list.
Not the Royal Tenenbaums.
How about Bill
It's
Cosby?
like a bad dad who tried.
Bill Cosby. You knew, we were talking about this today, they were going to have a hard time finding an unbiased jury because he was so beloved by so many people for so long. They just, even if it's true, they don't want to believe it. And if there's 60 women coming forward where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
He fucking, And then these allegations were there before.
Yeah.
It just got swept under the rug.
My only issue, I thought there was some kind of a statute of limitations on all this
Yeah.
stuff. Like, you can't, like, 60 years later go, he raped me. Like, no, there's a statute of limitations on when you can actually claim.
That's the only part that gets me is like if somebody raped me, I wanted to turn him in or her in.
I think he
I don't
did.
know.
Don't get me wrong. I think the guy's a creep.
It's like,
but
you know,
at the
wait,
same
The
One
time-
the other side of that is you're so afraid that you're going to get drugged through the mud and called liar, liar, liar because he has all this money and you don't, that people are afraid. I think when it's 60 women, you figure somebody would have come forward. If it's like 5 or 6 victims, you could see where 5 or 6 people might be like, you know what, I'm afraid. I don't want to come out with this. I don't want people to know that I was raped.
I
Stuff
feel
like that.
For that, the first one that got raped because she didn't say anything got the other 59 raped.
I don't believe that.
So, in a way, she didn't help.
That's like Peter Parker being
Let's-
responsible for
let's
his
just say
uncle's death.
She didn't help the other 59 people at all. In fact, she put
didn't
him
help his uncle.
Yeah.
she put him in a worse spot. So everybody, because they kept silent about it, whether they're looking out for themselves, they didn't remove a sexual predator from the street.
Exactly. And that ties into I was listening last week's podcast. You guys were talking about The Keepers on Netflix. Did you watch that at all?
No, we were talking about that?
Yes, it came up briefly before you went on the tirade about politics.
The
for a little
Keepers.
bit.
Oh,
Yes. with the nun that was mysteriously murdered.
Yeah.
Such a great little miniseries. I was enthralled and
Along the
terrified.
lines of Making a Murder?
It was better to me than
Really?
Making a Murderer because Making a Murderer annoyed me with how stupid
Everybody was?
everybody was.
Yeah.
But this was like it's this case that it looks as a murder mystery, then becomes rapes allegations with the Catholic Church, and the church covering it up, and
That
it's
never
still being
happens.
it's still being an open investigation, and how there's in Maryland is where this took place. So there's statute of limitations laws that these women who were raped in high school years are coming forward now after these repressed memories have surfaced, and there's a whole bunch of them, but yet the Archdiocese and the Catholic Church is coming up and saying, no, there's statute of limitations.
Mustache
Sorry.
is very well groomed.
Thank you.
Is that a new mustache? You usually have this, don't you?
I've just been doing like the Hulkster stash for a while now.
Looks good.
Just keep
It's
it-
totally off subject. But
But so the Keepers
We're
were
talking
super
about
great.
rape. I think we're pretty
Yeah.
off subject.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
mustache, so.
that's okay. This is going wherever today.
Yeah.
So, but like, the Keepers, I just had to, from last week, I was like, that's such a great show. You guys, if you have the time, it's 7 episodes. Just
Okay.
watch it at your leisure. Not with your kids,
Okay. No, I wouldn't.
but
I have summer break coming up.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time.
yeah.
So I saw a list of, back to this. Have you ever seen True Romance?
With Christian Slater,
Yeah.
I remember parts of it.
There's a scene between his dad, who is Dennis Hopper, and Christopher Walken. And it's a really good scene. His dad dies for him by not telling him where he's at.
It's basically an interrogation scene from a mafioso trying to find out where the guy's son is at, and the guy spits it back in his face, and he has an epic insult.
Yeah, it's talking about Sicilians or something, or Italians being
he's
pieces of
calling
shit.
the mafioso Christopher Walken. Yeah, your bloodline. You descend from. I don't want to say the N word
N-words.
on your show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both laughing about it for a minute, like, oh, that's really funny. And Christopher Walken gets pissed and shoots him.
Paul Rudd in Knocked Up.
I think
Good
he's a
dad. Yeah.
And This Is 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a typical dad in
Yeah.
this movie. Like, I can relate on so many levels to a lot of things that he's experiencing, even though I only have a 5-month-old child. I just want to scream and yell sometimes.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I do. I mean, it's part of the job. I don't like that I yell, but sometimes I'm just like,
Sorry. I think, is Walt from Breaking Bad a good dad?
no. Anytime you result to anything involving meth, it's not.
I think he starts off as a.
He's trying to make money.
I think he starts off there,
Yeah.
and then he gets corrupted by money and power.
But the
and-
root of him wanting to be more successful than those people and wanting all this money and power was at the base of everything, anyways.
Do you think he did right by his kid though? At the end, basically, he got his son money through means not his money, but
Yeah, I mean, he solved that problem, but I mean, he even said he did it for himself.
yeah, that was a great moment of.
Such a good show, and you're up to date on Saul.
No.
Last episode's tomorrow,
Oh shit!
or sorry, Monday. It's been such a good because Gus Fring's on the show now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been such a good fucking season. Oh my god, it's really gonna go out with a bang. The dad from Jaws. Austin Powers, Goldmember. Chevy Chase.
Michael Caine in that?
Yeah.
Michael Caine's a dick.
Some of these. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
He's a dad. He started as a shitty dad that was just the friend, not the dad, but all he wanted to do was be with his kids.
He's a better dad than Hook. He rescued his kids and faced his fears. He went.
But Mrs. Doubtfire, he became a better person because of that situation.
In Hook,
He became a really good cook.
He was an absentee father.
Yeah.
And then he became like a father who would risk his
In
life.
Mrs. Doubtfire, he was never an absentee father. He was really close with his kids.
And he couldn't
The whole
fly.
time.
What was his problem? Like
He was too much of a kid for the mom. He never helped in like punishments or anything.
What did Judge throw give him no visitation for?
Because he dressed up as a woman. He had visitation rights to begin with.
But for some reason he couldn't see his kids. They got taken away completely.
Because they found out he was dressing up as a woman to see him.
So he got weekends.
He
He got
just-
weekends to see his kid, and then he asked the mom who was going, Sally Field, who was going to put an ad for a nanny. And he's like, "Well, let me watch the kids during the weekdays." She's like, "No."
You sure he had weekends?
Yeah,
I thought he had.
because that's why that old lady came over, and she had like the meringue pie mask thing, and she was evaluating his living situation, so to continue to see if the kids can continue.
Okay,
to come.
I thought he got that taken away, and that was the.
He got
At
taken
the
away
end.
once they found out he was a woman.
Okay, so even when he was Mrs. Doubtfire, he's still seeing his kids on the weekend, not in drag.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems
He
like
wanted to do.
that doesn't make
What do you mean?
it undercuts a little bit.
No, it does not. If I went one day without seeing my kids, I'd be upset.
You know how many families like in the United States go with seeing the kid either like 1 week or
He obviously wasn't one of those families. I would be devastated if I was to get a divorce because I wouldn't be under the same roof with my kids every single day.
Yeah, but when you dress up like a woman
I would do
and
anything.
sneak into your partner's house,
I would do anything.
He would
I wouldn't
blow
break.
you.
I wouldn't break the law.
that's breaking the
I wouldn't
law.
break the law. Just being a transvestite is not against the law.
You pass yourself off as like
He maybe identified as a woman.
a different name, and he's basically like trespassing. Is
When people identify as a woman, sometimes they change their
it's
name.
forgery.
Yes.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under the assumption, which made more sense to me, that he got cut off from his kids completely. But
If Katrina wanted a divorce, I'd be talking to my dad. My dad spent $60,000 with the custody battle with my sister and her man. I'd be like, Dad, I need that check. Send that shit over. I need a lawyer now.
you don't think you'd be cool enough to say let's even split?
You know when I said that, Katrina said no. She's like, I would take you for everything, if depending on the situation.
depending on like who cheated on who or how it ended
Yeah.
up.
She's like, no, I'm not gonna be nice to you if we're getting a divorce.
If there's
I was like, "Fuck."
an amicable split.
Yeah, then I would hope it would be 50-50.
You stop being her husband and become another client.
And so
you
you would get used to it. You wouldn't dress up
Yeah.
like a woman. I mean,
I would be devastated. Devastated.
I'm sure you'd be devastated about splitting, for one, also.
You don't have kids. We established that at the beginning of this. You
Yeah.
don't know what it's like
So
to be a
I was
father.
saying, like,
He was wrecked at my bachelor party for the 2 days
Yeah.
that we were in Vegas.
I've gotten better.
Yeah, you have. But yeah, it's just he was. It's gonna be the first time away from my kids. I think you only had one at that point.
Yeah, it was one.
Yeah.
if everybody felt like Robin Williams, like, there'd be a lot of guys dressing up trying to be nannies.
Well, I think that's the opposite of what they portray dads with in the media anyways. Like I said, we're supposed to be bumbling idiots that are just there for discipline, not for caring about the
It
kids.
works both ways, though. Have you ever seen a good stepmom in anything? There's always an evil stepmom, but usually, like, the stepdad's a cool one.
The stepmom in Enchanted was trying to be good. She was taking the girl shopping. And,
I haven't seen it.
And then at the end, Amy Adams was the stepmom, and she opened a business with her daughter about turning little girls into princess.
What about that movie with Susan Sarandon and Julia Roberts?
Oh,
where
'cause
Susan
she has
Sarandon
cancer.
Cancer, and Julia
It's
Roberts
called
becomes
Stepmom, isn't it?
Stepmom.
That's
yeah.
a
I've
good
never
movie.
seen
Good
that.
stepmom movie.
Have you seen Stepmonster?
Yes.
So it's there's some difference.
Quick little side: I actually saw Stepmom in the theater, and at the very end, the film caught on fire.
Really?
Yeah, and there was the whole screen went like fire. I remember that.
He's like, can I get a free pass? Because this has horrified me.
Yeah, it was anyway.
You realize that if Danny doesn't show up, the nickname on there is Caramel Bear. Can I just leave it?
Yeah, depending.
Okay. You meet Corey's girlfriend?
No, yeah.
Okay. She's in there.
Yeah. I saw.
I know,
she was
right?
a lady.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's not crazy.
We all
He's had
thought
ladies
you were
before.
gay.
And I thought you were Jewish.
Well,
Like that?
Yeah. Wait, you're not Jewish?
what a reveal!
That was the big reveal for our whole show.
What about I don't know the guy's name. Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Jingle All the Way. I always
He
liked
was a
that movie.
stepdad?
No, I just
Well, if we're gonna
Yeah,
say,
he did anything to try to get his kid,
If
but
we're-
he waited the last minute.
If we're gonna say Arnold Schwarzenegger dad, Commando, the best dad.
I've never seen Commando.
Neither have I.
You what?
Have you seen it?
Come on. You piece,
Yes!
You pieces of shit.
You're the piece of shit. You're the only one that's seen it.
You've all never seen Commando.
Yeah, I've never seen
No.
Commando.
Amanda.
That's like the epitome of like Arnold Schwarzenegger going on a killing spree. Like it gets so ridiculous. But Alyssa Milano is his daughter, and the first 5 minutes of the movie is like a montage of just them having fun, eating ice cream together, and then she gets kidnapped, and he fucking murders like probably by the end of the movie
So
450
it's Taken,
people.
but before Taken?
It
We'll
is
have to
it
take
is
a look.
taken as it was Arnold Schwarzenegger being Rambo.
That's a good dad. He fucking went and killed everybody to get his daughter back.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Marlin, Finding Nemo. Nemo! Good dad.
A little overprotective.
A little overprotective, but I mean, when you lose a parent, I'm sure that other parent becomes like, you have to do both roles.
Yeah.
I'd be if Katrina pays all the bills and does everything, I wouldn't even know what to do. That reminds me, I need to do my fucking Darth Vader's on here. I guess he saves his son towards the end.
Han Solo.
He caused so much pain.
Is Han Solo a good dad?
Is Han Solo a good dad? We don't know.
Not yet.
Like, because we don't know what caused
Yeah.
Kylo to go.
We assume not, though. I mean,
He seemed like an absentee father. He was just around to
You
bone
want-
Leia every now and again, and then he would like go on a space freighter
Yeah.
with Chewie.
he,
And
he left Leia with
Yeah.
the kid and come back and what'd you do this time, Han?
What is his name? I can't remember his name. J.K. Simmons in Juno. Good dad.
yes,
He's just a cool dad.
Yeah.
is what it
That's
was.
like, have you ever seen Easy? Is it Easy A?
yeah.
The parents in that were like the best parents ever. They're like
Cool parents.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Who played the parents? Remember?
I can't remember. The guy's in all kinds of stuff, but I can't remember his name. You go look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
I can't remember his name. I can't picture the woman right
He's
now.
the announcer from the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
He's the doctor in Captain
Oh,
America.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jinx, you owe me a
Jinx.
Coke.
You got it first.
Half side note. Half side note. I was looking up some stuff on Peter McAllister. Those flights were around $60,000.
Jesus.
What?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So if that gives you context of how much money he made in 1992.
Here's a good discussion. Is Alfred a good dad to Bruce Wayne? Because obviously that's the role that he fills.
Does he mentor him? Yes. Does he
Depending on
lead him
what
through life?
iteration.
Sure. But Bruce Wayne disappeared for a little bit of time to come to learn to find his own path too. Alfred just embraced him when he came back.
I have a question, and you can't answer this because you don't read the comics, but I've read a lot of Batman comics, but never Batman. It always starts with his parents died, and he becomes Batman. Batman Begins goes over a little bit where he goes. Did it ever go over in the comics? I mean,
I
it had
never
to
read
at some
comics.
point that it goes over what he did before he became Batman, right?
What Bruce Wayne did
Yeah.
in terms of like training.
In terms of just where did he go? What did he do? Did he just go back to the fucking Wayne Manor? Did he? You
We're
know what I
talking
mean?
between like
13 to 18?
Yeah, I mean, 13 to probably like 25.
Right.
Like he didn't at 18. He's not.
Did he
Batman.
finish
It was
his
like-
schooling
Yeah.
before he
Well,
went out
because
to find
how young
the
do you
League
think
of
it-
Shadows?
Batman Begins, how young do you think he's supposed to be when he wanted to assassinate his parents' killer?
They tried to make him look younger. He's
Yeah.
probably like 18, 19.
That's what I was assuming they were going
Yeah.
for, but I don't know if they had a year. Like,
I'd be interested to read a book about that time.
just
I might have something.
adolescent Batman
Yeah.
or Bruce Wayne.
I heard that, like, I stopped watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Gotham, and I heard the last season for both of them are, like, fucking ridiculous. Like, good. Like,
Yeah.
really, really good. Like, they're finally starting to introduce Joker and Harley Quinn in Gotham and stuff, and S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's
was
what
supposed
people
to be...
want, though. Like
Yeah.
they're doing too much of the Gordon. Like I got thrown off with Jada Pinkett Smith, and I'm like,
I didn't
oh
like
my
her at all.
God.
I like the rest. I like the guy who played the Riddler a lot,
Yeah.
and I like the guy who plays Penguin a lot. They're both really good characters, but it just was too just boring for a while. And I'm like, I had to start giving up shows. I stopped watching Arrow, Flash, and all those shows because I got so far behind.
Flash threw me with the alternate universe.
I stopped
this
watching
last
before that.
season or whatever, and I was like, because he got what he wanted.
Stepdad, good dad. In Flash, the black dude,
Great dad.
he adopted him and he
Yeah.
cared for him more than anything.
Yeah.
You don't watch Flash, right?
No.
His actual dad, once he got out of jail,
Bailed.
left.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go in the woods and like recoup my life
Yeah.
for a little bit.
You know that guy was
What?
Flash in the original
Yeah.
show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of cool that they did that. But yeah, he's a really good dad.
He was also Dawson's Creek father in Dawson's Creek.
Was he?
Yeah.
Who's the best dad in Game of Thrones?
Nedard.
Yeah.
He messed up and he basically got his
He's
whole
doing the right
He
thing.
had the best intentions.
best intention, but he did the worst job. Like
Robert Baratheon was a terrible husband when he was a bad father.
He was a bad father.
He had
He
all
raised-
these
he raised Joffrey from
illegitimate
birth.
kids.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Can we count Sam because he's like stepfathering
That's true.
the girl's son?
He hasn't proven anything yet. He always been
What
better.
other fathers are there?
Frey, the worst father. Walder Frey. Because he has all these like disciples of like his own daughters, and
Did we tell you that we're doing? Actually, I'm not doing, but you're still going to do that pub crawl, right? Because Katrina doesn't want to be left alone. They're doing a pub crawl scavenger hunt Game of Thrones edition downtown during Comic-Con, and we were going to do it. Brian and I ended up getting tickets for a different event, but Katrina's still going to do it. I really want to do it too, but I'm going to the Funko party, so I got to go.
And I can eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could pick the Starks or the the Targaryens, and I was like, I want to be the Boltons. And Katrina's like, yeah. So I texted you, and the first thing he texted me back was Boltons, because nobody wants to be the Boltons. The girl that's running it didn't even put Boltons up. Did I talk about this on here?
yeah.
I was like, man. So Katrina has a flayed man shirt now.
Nice.
So, yeah. But best dad,
I'm thinking.
Have you seen Daddy's Home? Oh, hold on. We're still going. Game of Thrones.
not fucking
Wahlberg.
Stannis.
No,
No.
no.
Oh god, that's the worst person ever in the show.
That was such a horrible. I even felt I was like, I'm really down after this episode.
Yeah, that was
Like,
one of the hardest episodes to watch.
The Red Viper. They show his daughter him with them, but he raised 3 bastard sand snakes, and they all seem normal and capable. And like they talk about, my father gave me motivation to be a warrior.
Aren't those the 3 girls that tried to kill?
They're lethal, but that was like the dad. So obviously raised
listening
them.
to their bitch of a mother.
I don't like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
But out of kids who came out competent.
Here's one. Let's go keep going. I got a good one because you've seen it. No.
Okay, I mean, let's say not Daenerys or her dad or her brother raising her.
No Targaryen.
I would let the horse guy.
What's the guy that's got the rock thing now? I can't think of his name. Mormont.
Yeah.
Didn't he kind of raise?
Well, his daughter, who was like 8, is like the head of the Mormonts.
That's his niece.
Oh, is it his niece?
Technically.
But
Yeah.
he
She's
did-
bitching though. I
Yeah.
love her.
Yeah.
Everybody does. But he kind of helped raise Daenerys, right? Because he was.
He like wants to be married to her.
Yeah, that's a
He-
weird
he
thing.
loves
man.
her.
That is weird because he did help raise her. Now he's like,
Tyrion would have been a good
I
dad.
bathed you. Now I want to bathe you some more.
yeah,
That's
Tywin's
what-
not a good dad.
I would say if when Tywin he raised the Lannister kids. Yeah.
He was probably a good dad to the 2 that weren't dwarves or little people, whatever they call them, dwarves.
Yeah, that's what
Imps.
most they call. 'em.
Unnaturals.
The dad from Thomas Jane and the Mist.
That's what have that as a good dad
Why not?
because of
He was trying to. Have you ever seen the Mist?
No.
Have you ever seen the Mist?
No.
Okay, this is way past the statute of spoilers. They basically at the end escape this horrible, horrible thing.
Yeah, typical movie where it's like a dad and a son trying to escape the supernatural, like whatever's around. Most people in the movie die.
Were there tentacles?
There were.
There's
I thought that was
monsters
going to be
that
the
came out
whole
of this.
thing, but there are different types of monsters. I forget what's reminiscent of, but
They opened a portal or something and they came through, right? A military base.
it's what the reveal was. Is like basically what Stranger Things was. If a bunch of monsters.
Did you watch
came-
Stranger Things?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
good.
waiting in November for season 2.
It's exactly that. If a bunch of monsters came out and the mist from that world came out. So, but 90% of the movie is trapped in a supermarket with crazy people. A zealot lady who they start. There's like a faction that builds up between
Zealot or zealot?
zealot,
Okay.
whatever.
Just because we know we have grammar issues with you. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to...
I've never
What is
had to
it?
pronounce that.
He said zealot, and I was like, or zealot.
What is it? The word you messed up? Photography?
Yeah.
No, footage.
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 Footage. Now I can't say it right. But so at the end, he escapes with his son and 2 other people on a car, and they get basically to where the car runs out of gas. Right?
They said let's just like they got to a point they thought maybe the infection, whatever like shit.
This is a Stephen King book, and they changed the ending for the movie, and Stephen King liked the ending better than his
They
ending.
drive by his house. His wife is dead in the house. Like, oh man, we were hoping she was alive. Sorry, son. Guys, let's just drive to her, run out of gas, and then we'll see what happens. And he had a gun. He had 3 bullets.
So he kills the 2 people in the back seat, and then shoots his son, kills his son, and he's left there. And like within 5 minutes afterwards, the military rolls up and they're clearing.
Oh.
So he just shot his son.
Yeah, and it was like tense because he's looking at the gun. You see him looking at the driver's seat. His son's asleep in the shotgun, and the 2 people in the back just kind of nodding, what was it? The Dale from The Walking Dead was one of the old guy, and I think it was
Andrea?
It was Andrea from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
In the back seat, and they're just like somber, like
You know why they were in it, right? You know who the director was.
it was, what's his name?
Yeah,
Darabont?
Yeah.
And
Frank Darabont. Nice.
and Carol was in that movie as well. And
This is the remade Mist.
I think there was an old one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And then you show from outside the car, and they zoom on the kid's face. He wakes up to see his dad holding the gun. He just goes wide-eyed. Show from outside the car, you see like
the flash of like
you can't see inside the car windows, but you just see bang, bang, bang. You're like, what 3 people got shot? You expect to zoom in, and he just wasted the last bullet or something, but no, they show him alone crying. They don't show any of the bodies.
yeah.
The two in the back they were nodding in like agreement.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like this is what we got to do. The world's fucked. And
It's
he
a
gets
good
out of the car.
movie,
He beats
actually.
the car.
That's a good
Cries
twist.
out, and then the mist starts clearing. He hears something. What's that? And just military convoy rolling in, flame throwing all the dead monsters they've been killing, like clearing it out. 5 minutes. Yeah.
Armageddon. Bruce Willis. Good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's providing for his family. He's just a hard-nosed hard-ass.
That's considered a terrible movie. I like Armageddon.
Yeah.
Good bad movie.
I just hate that song.
Mufasa. Good dad.
Great
Yes.
Yeah, you can't.
Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa.
I love Lion King, man. It's like you don't really like it, do you?
I was never super partial to it.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Sean Connery.
Bad dad.
Bad dad.
Bad dad.
Yeah, he didn't give 2 shits about his son.
Junior.
And they do that like flashback.
Absent scene.
Yeah. He's like, did I make you go to bed? Did I make you eat your vegetables? Well, you still need a dad. Fucking. He's just like, whatever.
Well, when he was coming back with that, when River Phoenix was playing a young Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, he comes back with this artifact. He's like, this belongs. He's like, no, Junior.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I'm
like
writing my
translated-
journal. Can't you see I'm busy?
Yeah.
He's trying to help.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I haven't finished this
Get
movie,
lost.
and I need to because I turned it off because I was tired, but I never finished it. Is The Road. Have you watched The Road?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucked up movie, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's really, really depressing.
Do I even really want to watch it?
No. You
Oh,
kids.
you watched it?
I haven't finished it. No.
I was so depressed watching that movie.
Okay, if you're depressed, then maybe I
In a
just...
few reviews, they compared The Last of Us to
Oh,
The
it's
Road.
the closest thing
Yeah,
to it.
it's
100%.
it's yeah. So yeah.
The Last of Us is literally one of the best games I've ever played. It is...
Same character. Viggo Mortensen. History of Violence.
Great movie.
Bad dad.
I don't remember
no.
it enough.
He had kids?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't...
One son?
He had a son and a daughter with the
Maria.
Is that the one with Ed
Yeah.
Harris?
Yes.
Yeah.
He breaks that guy's nose really
Yep.
bad. I haven't seen Eastern Promises then.
Viggo Mortensen's rolling around nude in a
Yeah, I'm
garbage
okay.
bath.
Yeah.
I'm
That
okay
was-
seeing
We'll
Dom.
fight.
History of Violence was a comic.
Was
Yeah.
it?
I think so.
Have you watched any American Gods? Speaking of wieners,
No,
on
I
screen?
don't get. I get Stars Encore.
Right.
I get Stars Encore, and I thought that came with Stars. Nope. So I was a little disappointed, and I was.
It's over tomorrow night.
I'll
First
wait
season.
for it to go on Netflix because
Yeah.
it's gonna come up soon, I'm sure, or Hulu, one of the two. But going back to the gay sex scene, like that was super graphic in the book.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there because it was like one of those random things where it just diverted from the storyline, and you're like, "What's this dude in the taxi doing?" And
Yeah.
he's got fire in his eyes, and he's touching his dick, and oh my god, oh okay, talking about semen. You're like, what? Whew. But I'm interested to watch it.
It's a decent
It shows
show.
you all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't seen any of the
So
relationship with...
I didn't anticipate the woman that eats the guy with her vagina.
Bilquist?
Yeah, I didn't know she would. I didn't visualize her as a black woman.
We didn't have a conversation about that one. We had a conversation about...
I just saw
Adam.
pictures of her on like
Yeah.
the Mr. Skin stuff, and
I'm
like
surprised
what Tyler did.
Robert didn't just say right now, well, I assumed everybody thought that's what color person.
I get Shadow. Like I get Shadow.
Did you finish the book?
No, I'm still. They've had a major altercation with the technology god and his guys, and he went. Shadow left to go to Cairo, and he's at Cairo talking with Nubis and the guy there, and then in the mortuary, and he meets that girl, and then that's about where I'm at.
Okay.
Halfway, maybe.
Probably.
Eugene Levy, American Pie.
Great dad.
Great dad, right?
Great
Yes.
dad.
Fun.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Just trying to show his...
Just trying to bond with his
Which is
kid.
funny because have you ever seen The Goon?
I've
Yes.
seen the end of the
It's
Goon.
Wait, Goon or the Goon?
It's The Goon.
Leave
Isn't it
Shriver,
The Goon?
Sean
The
William
Goonies.
Scott.
No, okay, Goon. The Goon is a comic. Goon is the one with Sean William Scott.
Yes. Okay.
Shitty dad, Eugene Levy, same guy. Shitty dad.
Don't remember.
Who's
but
in
sure.
the goon?
He was their dad of his brother and his dad. He showed that he was trying to give his dad the puck. He got the puck for the game, being the player of the
I don't
game.
remember
He tried to
that.
give it, and his dad just was basically walked out of dinner, even though he's paying for it,
Oh.
and said that he was like a piece of shit.
Because he didn't want him to play hockey.
Yeah, because
No.
he was just a He was just
Shit.
a goon. Love that movie.
didn't
Sequel's
know that.
already come out in Canada, not here.
Howard Stark. Good dad, bad dad.
Shitty dad.
Yeah.
Shitty dad.
Ego. Good, bad, or dad?
Ego.
Bad dad.
Ego.
Oh, bad dad.
Bad dad.
He was the only reason he had a kid was for selfish purposes,
Yeah. Bad
And
dad.
you have cancer.
and he killed all his other kids.
Yeah, that's very bad, Dad.
Was there any audible response when they talked about spoiler about him putting the tumor in
Wait,
the
like
head
From
of
the
wife?
crowd?
Yeah, from the people watching
No, I didn't hear that in the theater
your showing.
Yeah.
I think I had a few audible like, "Oh,
Yeah, but you stood up and clapped 4 times. So.
fuck you!" No, I didn't.
That opening sequence for Guardians, by the way, was just fantastic.
Legit.
Yeah.
The number one dad on here was Liam Neeson in Taken.
Good choice. You went through some shit. What was the joke for what movie? Like, after the 3rd time her family gets taken, you start to think maybe he's just a bad dad.
Who would you classify as the most? Well, this is kind of easy. Would Dumbledore be the most prominent father figure in Harry Potter's life?
Sirius there for a short time.
Bad dad.
Possibly Hagrid.
Yeah.
Possibly Hagrid. Possibly
Snape.
no, I don't think so.
Not overall.
Possibly
Maybe
Arthur
partner.
Weasley a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fatherly
good,
figure in
good
his
dad.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arthur Weasley's a great dad.
But he lived with his in-laws for most of his life.
Who? Weasley?
What are you talking
No,
about?
Harry.
Arthur Weasley.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Harry? No, fucking. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think
The
of
guy
it.
looks like a walrus.
Yeah.
He's dead.
The
He is
Dursleys.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Arthur Dursley.
No, it's Dudley, Petunia.
Severus Dursley.
I know the wife, Petunia, Dudley, and Vernon.
Vernon.
Good dad.
No, bad dad.
What?
Spoiled
He gave
Dudley. They spoiled Dudley.
Yeah,
right?
Bad to Harry and bad to
That's
Dudley.
not his child. So he's not a father to Harry. So to his kid, he's a good dad.
If Parker said 36, well, last year I had 37 or whatever, I'd be like, I'm taking 10 away.
You're a bad dad.
Yeah, you're not getting it. You're not getting it now. And just for that, we're going to donate some of the toys you already have to charity.
You're no Dursley.
Yeah, I guess not.
Danny DeVito's character in Matilda. You ever
Never
seen
seen
that movie?
Matilda.
Bad dad.
Bad dad.
Bad dad.
You see that?
Funny. Yeah, I love that movie. I mean, Robert hasn't
never
watched
seen
it.
He's sitting there rolling back the odometer of a car
he's so-
with a drill. Yeah, and
He's so sleazy. That's why it's so
He's
funny.
shady, but that's.
eating TV dinners. Like,
It's like, no, I watch TV like a real kid.
Yeah. I'm trying to get around to watch it like with his kids. I was like, that's just a fun kid movie.
It's a good movie.
But he won't do it.
No.
No interest?
But
No. When somebody wants me to watch a movie that bad, I don't want to watch
well, it's
it.
a Danny DeVito movie, and you and I love Death to Smoochie.
Death of Smoochie's great.
Right.
so.
It's a good movie.
He did he direct that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoochy has Edward Norton in it, right?
Yeah.
He's,
And
he's
Robin Williams, I thought.
Yeah. Robin Williams kills it.
Yeah, he's great in that movie.
Can I do another Netflix review real quick?
Just real quick, and then we're going to end it.
You
So
get paid for this?
no, but I have been like, I don't watch regular television right now because there's not a whole lot on that I want to watch during the weekday and stuff. So I'm just going down these Netflix holes, just looking for anything.
Yeah.
And there was a new one that had Robert Redford, the dude from Forgetting Sarah Marshall that was also in How I Met Your Mother. I forget his name right now.
Jason Segel.
Yes,
Jinx.
And then
Jason Segel.
and then Rooney Mara.
Okay.
And it's called Discovery. And Robert Redford essentially is the guy, the scientist that discovers where the soul goes when you die.
Okay.
He discovers that there is an afterlife. And this is hugely controversial because millions of people instantly commit suicide once it's proved and revealed to society. They're like, screw this place, I don't like it. There's another place I don't just end, I go somewhere else. And so the world has this huge suicide rate. So
That's
then
interesting.
he is trying to show you where the soul goes. And he finally does, but he doesn't reveal where the soul goes to the public. He's like, we can't show this to the people because, it'll cause... Who would want to live? He's on this purpose of trying to provide people with a purpose in this life, in this
That sounds
world.
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And, like, it's sci-fi with a little bit of, like, theology in it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's super interesting. I don't want to reveal too much more because
Yeah,
there's twists
that
at
sounds
the end.
interesting.
Does it end at one season?
It's a movie.
It's just one movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one movie.
What was that show on HBO that kind of like that, but
The Leftovers.
Leftovers? I wanted to watch
That
it.
looked interesting,
The
too.
The first season of Leftovers I really enjoyed. The second season I did not enjoy, and therefore I have not watched the third season, which was the final season.
Which I heard good things about, the third.
Yeah.
So,
It got too weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
We good, guys? It's a little short, but we had to keep it short.
Yeah. Let's play some cornhole.
All right.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I'm done with this conversation.